Good now, everyone. I hope this broadcast finds you well. My name's Artorius Winchester, Scholar of the Dreaming Glade, and today, at some point hopefully, we're going to be playing a little bit more Poker Chase for the first time this year. Just move myself a bit. There we go. Now, as you can see from the screen, I am incredibly prepared for this and have not been wandering around like a zombie all day at all. I completely didn't forget to update the game, and I've only just turned it on 5 minutes ago, realised, oh, there's like almost a gig update. And I'm now downloading this from JP servers, which takes a while. So you'll have to forgive me on that front. This will be chugging along in the background for the first bit of stream. But I didn't want to start late, so I thought I'd get the ball rolling anyway. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. As I said, I've been on the low energy, tired side today, but I decided that I do still want to stream right now. It's you know, one of the reasons why I started streaming is so I can get better at this whole kind of content creation malarkey, as it were. And I'm not going to do that if every time I don't feel 100% up to it, I just go like, no. You know, this may just be a hobby to me, but it's a hobby I want to get better at. You know, I take a certain amount of pride in. So, on that note, we shall keep ploughing forward. I guess on the subject of that, though, while we're sat here on the screen, I guess I could do a quick, like, reflection on some of the things I've made so far. Because I've been streaming for about 2 months now, I think. And all of my previous streams and all of their, kind of, I guess, dreadful countenance, shall I say, are available back on my channel. I definitely feel like I've got better at this. Like, I can hold, whereas I feel like when I started streaming, I would trip over my words a lot and have a lot of kind of like, not really sure what to say here. I feel like I'm doing that a lot less now, or at the very least, you know, even though I definitely still feel that way sometimes, I'm covering it up a lot better. I say as I kind of run to the end of things to say and start looking at this loading bar like, please move faster, I'm not that good yet. Oh. But yeah, first poker stream of this year. I believe they have another Nijisanji event on at the moment, which, as you can probably tell by the fact I'm updating the game, I have not played yet. My focus has been elsewhere for a bit, which is another reason why I wanted to kind of jump back in here and, you know, make sure I'm still keeping my hand in, keeping up to snuff. I mean, the 3 tenets of this channel, after all, are, you know, I guess, or 3 tenets of this channel is maybe the slightly wrong way of phrasing it, but the 3 main things I said I was focusing on were drinking, fighting, and gambling. And we had our first cocktail making stream just last weekend, so the drinking is starting to get covered. There's more than enough Strive and a fair chunk of Street Fighter 6 about, so that's the fighting covered. As far as the gambling goes, we could do with a little more poker, I think. A little more, you know, trying to improve in that regard. Although, on the subject of types of content, and I think I might have mentioned this, ooh, hold up, let me check OBS. Square wasn't green in the corner, so I think that means I dropped frames. Which would make sense, I guess I am downloading an update while doing this little chat. But yeah, so with regards to types of content and such, I do believe I mentioned this in one of my in fact, my most recent Guilty Gear Strive stream, but I'm thinking of other ways I could, you know, while I'm still figuring things out, and, you know, not necessarily collabing with many other people, because, well, for a variety of reasons. I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm collabing with another person, then I'm like, you know, my skills are at a very kind of baseline up to snuff level. Like I said, you know, trying to take some pride in this sort of thing. But I was trying to think of, outside of, you know, just playing other people on call, or what I'd like to eventually do, which is kind of teaching newer players, what I can do that, like, varies up the content a bit. And I think I floated the idea of maybe having some streams where I just line up a couple of like a couple of players of a certain character in a private lobby and then just play them for a while. Should mean that like I get a lot of character experience, which is definitely sorely needed for my continued getting into Celestial kind of yeah, my continued ability to get into Celestial, I should say. I'll try rephrasing that. Which I am somewhat disappointed to report I have not done a lot of since Tuesday's stream, and it is now the 27th, I'm realising. Ah, there we go, we're in. So, let's... oh, I've been on sometimes this month, apparently. Ooh, there's tickets here. I should... When does this event end? Can I still get them? Is there still a week left? I'm not sure. We're gonna hope so. See what the old news says. Oh, and you get rank ups for specific ones. Those are some... Ooh. I haven't actually seen a lot of this before. Those are some nice card backs, the, like, shield ones. What does that say? Handor... Oh, there's like a... Okay, well, there's a new hand replay feature. I think I did hear something about that. That might be worth checking out at some point. So what have we got? A tournament ticket. We've got... here we go. Some dates. Do we see dates on this? Oh, that's tournaments. It's hand replay stuff. Niji Sanji collab. What are we looking at here? It looks to be tournaments again. There we are, Ibento. I see, the 9th of February. Well, in which case, I do still have a week. Which is excellent. Not that I think I'd want to give up older Narusinaru over there. Also, I'm going to hope that most of this is alright. Like I say, normally the talking isn't that. In fact, can I knock this down a little bit? Just general voice volume. Yeah, here we are, voice volume. Let's knock that down by, like, just a little bit. And then we're going to queue straight up for a Stage 5 match. And, oh, I can't check the gacha while I'm doing that. Oh, well, we shouldn't be waiting long anyway. There's 5 out of 6 people ready. And then, we'll see if I can remember how to, work my way around a table. And also if something else that I had, and then I had to sneeze, and I was robbed of both the sneeze and whatever that thought was going to be. No, wait, I remember it now. It was if I positioned my myself on this kind of OBS contraption correctly. Because yes, I did a little bit of moving around, and by that I mean I accidentally deleted kind of the visual for myself there, and I put it back in what I think is the right place, but we shall see. Ooh, already got one person with Debiru there. This looks good actually. Maybe I could be a little further down. Yeah, something like that. Yep. Okay. Should be good. And with that, we're off. So, joining us at our table is this person on Debiru, who I cannot read the kanji for. I know that second one kind of means, like, terrible or awful, and that last one means fun. Don't know what the... I feel like I recognise the first one. I have no idea what the third one is. Then next up we have Ryo. We have Matsun. Another bunch of kanji I don't recognise, although that second one is spring. I feel like I should be able to pronounce that one. I know the English meanings for some of these, but pronunciation escapes me. And we have, that's Shincha on my right there. Not a very inspiring couple of first hands to go on there, like 8-10 into a raise, which then got re-raised. And 5-8. All off suit, so nothing much to do from our end. Although I will be paying a bit closer attention to what my opponents are doing. even when I'm out of a hand. Queen 9 could be playable. I'm going to give it a go. We've got one call. It's also the first time I'm hearing Deborah's lines. Matson, thinking about it. Are we going to see a call? We are not. So just me and Deborah. 10-9 queen is pretty good. I'm gonna just try and, like, bet a bit there. Okay. Well, I've now got the full house with queens, so... gonna wait a bit, make myself seem nervous. And then just kind of lowball this a bit. Another call. Okay. So, I still have the full house. The only way he beats me here is if, yeah, I think a solid 5k bet here. He calls. He didn't believe I had the full house. Alright. Yeah. Trying to explain things as I go along there, but the timer was kind of biting into me. But, yeah. I would have had the full house even with the queen 9s. The 10 didn't really help, but I guess it also didn't hinder. Because, with a pair on the board there, if, like, an ace or a king came up, I'd have to be worried about, like, is this, like, you know, is this Deborah calling because they've got pocket kings? I think, oh, I've got overs, like, as long as I don't have a queen, I'm fine. Because that could have been the play there, that could have been the line. But no, as it turns out, just paired up the 10s, which didn't really affect me, unless they had pocket 10s, I guess, but... yeah, I was willing to roll those dice. And yeah, netting me almost 30k. It's interesting. I don't think I've ever actually like heard Deborah in action. It's not the voice I was expecting, but I do, you know. I think that like it's not that it's even quickly grown on me because like it just hasn't had time to grow anything yet. But yeah, I think I am. In a way, I can see it. Like, that fits. I'm a fan. What I'm not a fan of is this 4 queen. Although, if I get to just check it and see what... nope, never mind. That is just a little bit of a raise. Almost had a chance to see a flop there for free, but, no, Shantia with the, decent play. Although that was a raise to 1600s, that was like a 5 or 6 bet. I think it might have been a 6 bet, yeah. Call. Yeah, I'm going to call with this Jack 8. I've got chips to spare, as long as we don't see a raise from Deborah here. And I'm now 1 away from a flush, so this is definitely worth a bit. I'm going to do a little bet. Get Deborah to fold, which is great. As long as we see no raises here, we're fine. And because I've taken the initiative to bet, I've set the amount. We've got a call. Okay. We might have to bluff this one out. Ooh, we're getting called down. Ah, that's unfortunate. No, I think I might just take the loss on this one. I think I'm just gonna check it out. Yeah, ace 10. Nicely done. Was really hoping I could... I mean, I did push a couple of people off, but that third guy had the ace, and my flush didn't turn up. Which, you know, such is the game, such is the game. We're still chip lead. And... yeah, still not in a bad position at all. I guess there's... maybe, like, I can see the initial 1,200 on the flop. I'm not sure whether the initial, not the initial, the additional 3k bet on the turn, or however much it was necessarily the right play there. And I did want to see the other card to see if I made my flush, but maybe a smaller bet and just try and let him call it would have been more optimal. Or maybe even just seeing if I could check it through. But the problem is then, if I check it through, I lose all kind of power in case he was just, you know, calling my initial bet. Because he had a high card or something. Although the ace and the king were both on the table, so the chances of him having a pair are pretty high. If he's calling. Meanwhile, at this hand, we've got 7k in the pot. Queen King for a straight. And, alright, all goes to Shancha. 7-9. In this position, I don't think we'll play. Although apparently no one else wanted to play theirs either, so maybe. 5-8 under the gun, we absolutely don't play. Don't think there's many universes in which that hand makes sense. Okay, we've got a raise from Matson, called by Shancha. 8 Queen 4 is the flop, all different suits. We're seeing a check, and then Matson with the 1,000 bet, called. A 6 of spades, which I'm willing to bet does nothing for anyone. Okay, well, if it did do something for someone, I don't think it did, because they're both checked, and they've now made 3 of a kind, but I think we're just playing, ooh! Shancha going on the high card bet with a king there, but the pocket rockets taking it from Matson. Outstanding stuff. 8 jack of diamonds again. Right, how hard do I want to play it this time? I think just calling into this to see a flop isn't criminal. This is a hand that I need to be leaving. Yep, still want to leave this. I have no interest in this. My high card is a jack. And I don't have a 5 or 2 spades. Ace 10. Diamonds, very different story. Let's see if we can get some value out of this. So we'll... Ooh. Okay. What do you call that with, though? Or what do you raise that with, even? Because I'm tempted to make the call here. I'm going to make the call. Oh, yeah. Ah, I should have spotted that. Okay. Yeah, you know what? It's not worth losing that much over. Even if I have got ace 10. Jacks plays 2s. So, yeah. Well, no, okay. Jacks plays 2s. I think I was still in the right... Yeah. Well, regardless of what actually turned up on the board, because I didn't have that information at the time, so using it to retroactively analyze my hand is pointless. I still think I made a decent call there. Debaru is out. I'm now down to short stack, because that was kind of an unfortunate hand. But, as long as I pick my spots carefully, I'm not behind by far enough that it's, like, disastrous. I think I've been playing a little more loose, just trying to get involved in some hands, so far. I think normally I'd play a little tighter. And for those of you who don't know what those terms mean in this case, I'm not talking about anything about me physically, for any of you thinking about it that way. Playing loose is essentially being willing to put money into pots to, like, C cards. Playing tight is the opposite. It's not willing to do that. Unless you're very sure you've won. So, I just need to be a little more sure and only play, like, slightly better hands, if that makes sense. Well, not that ace 10 of, like, diamonds was a very bad hand, it's just given the circumstances of 2 people all in, I think it was worth going gung-ho on. Jack 6 under the gun, nope. Even though it is suited, like the, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, the straight potential is not there. The flush is, like, okay. But for everything that comes down isn't the queen, king, or ace of clubs I've got to worry about. 6-5-9 of spades with the flop here anyway, which, you know, don't retroactively analyze hands, but also wouldn't be doing very well here. A single spade makes someone else a flush. Ooh, Shancha taking an absolute beating from the other Naru over there. That's a rough hand for that. Rough hand for Shancha. And yep, I'm not going to call a raise on Queen 3, even though this guy is the big stack and therefore his range is going to be a bit wider, in theory. In practice, I would need to see a couple more hands to see how he plays, but obviously only seeing stuff at Showdown gives you very limited information. And I assume everyone here plays with muck on, because you really should. For those of you who don't know what that is, or where the setting is in this, so muck essentially means that if you don't win a hand, you don't show your cards, which is very good, because it stops people working out kind of like what ranges you were trying to play on. So, I think if I go into settings here, I'm going to go to this tab, and, oh, hey, I'm not playing with muck on. There we are. Oh, yeah, because it resets that setting every time I have to update the game. But yeah, you want to make sure this second one, Makusuru, is on. Meanwhile, Shancha is out, lost to a pair of aces here, on King 9, just high. So I guess that was a... I guess that was an I'm on 10k, so I'm going to push it all in and see what happens kind of play, which is fair. In terms of bigs, in case you don't know as well, clicking on this changes from chip values to number of big blinds left. That's kind of number of laps of the table before you run out of chips. Yeah. So I've got 21 compared to... excuse me, 21-ish compared to 26, 14, 63. So, not behind Matsun by much, but yeah, Ryo and the other Naru are definitely well ahead. I don't think I can call a raise with 10-3. Yeah, because I'm starting to get to the point where I have to make the all-in or nothing kind of play. Okay, we've got raise call. And in fact, definitely, because I think even if I do shove with 15k, this other Naru could quite happily call it and still be fine. So yeah, I think we're very much looking for a hand we can just all in on now. It's not the most intelligent poker ever. It is very much like caveman see danger, caveman throw rock kind of behavior. But you know what? If it works, then we'll take it. God, almost 60k that Naru's up to. That's an incredible lead. 6-5 isn't going to cut it. Yeah. And even bluffing going all in here, which when no one else has folded yet would be a mistake, I feel. But, yeah. Even bluffing going all in. Excuse me again. Even bluffing going all in probably isn't going to be the most sound strategy because, as I said, Naru here can just call it and not really lose too much sleep if he loses out in the hand. So calling, so if I'm going to be definitely, almost definitely like playing a hand, then calling with junk is not the play. Matsun, however, beating me to the punch with this all in. Shoving it all in now on this jack. Ryo taking a while, which makes me think this 6.5k might have been a bluff, and they're now kind of eating their fists. Are they going to let it slide? They do. Matsun with a really good play there. Just counter-bullied Ryo. 9-4, we can't do much about. Looking at 11 big blinds now. You'll notice this has gone down a lot more compared to the kind of laps of the table thing I'd said. But that's purely because these blinds get raised. Ooh, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if we get a 5, that might be worth it. It's an 8. Yeah, okay. I'm very careful about bluffing into this narrow. Because that felt like very, kind of like a very just kind of baity setup. Although maybe that's just me jumping at shadows. It remains to be seen, I think. We got 15k in the pot, ace 10-2 here. Rio of the ace. Pulls in a good chunk of change there. Need to be doing some of that myself, but I need some cards that aren't the worst hand in the game. Although now I have been playing with a lot of these folds, despite my low kind of stack size. I reckon if I did throw an all in, people would probably believe it's good. Which gives me a little more leeway to kind of like wriggle with how good I need my hand to be. But yeah, it's still, God, really not an ideal spot to be in. After such a good first hand as well, I think I really did give some chips away while I was in the lead. We got 7 queen. Beats the ace 2. Neither of them willing to bet it. Right, what we got this time? 5 queen. Yeah, I think it has a queen. I think I have to shove here. It's really not a good hand, but you know what? It rakes me in a bit of cash. Keeps me afloat for just a little longer. Just as the blinds go up. Excellent. 5-3. Don't think we will. Ooh, another free chunk of cash. Never mind. We're doing alright. We're doing alright. 6-3. Still no. Yep, just pass stuff to Rio. Don't want to push it again there, because that'll look very greedy. Probably gets us a call from Yo and a kind of slap in the face for all the hard work we've done so far this game. 6 queen's the flop. About 10k in the pot. 2 checks. Neither of them repping anything to do with this. 7. A min bet and a call. Okay, so we've got queens and 6s. Yeah, which the ace kicker is going to take it. Yes, we're seeing jack 10 and jack ace there. And that's what people are playing with, like, yeah, that's what people are playing their 3 bets on. So that's kind of good to know. That I guess my kind of range scouting is kind of right for this. Okay, what's next? 7-5. It's just ugh. Never mind. We got to fold. By the grace of the other 3 people at the table, everyone seems to have super tightened up. 8 queen is something we can work with. I think 8 queen is a shove hand. Other narrow taking his time. What's he considering here? He's thinking hard. No, folds it. Yeah, we're gonna bet 8k. I was gonna say shove, but I'm thinking I actually do have a decent chance to win this one, so just an 8k. In case he does call it. But no, as it turns out, we are clambering our way back up to ooh, is this a shove hand? Is this a shove hand? I think this might be like yeah, you know what? We're gonna shove. Queen 10's good. Alright. We're back above 20k. We're almost at the same as Matson. Just when you're the short stack, you've got to shake everything you have at people. Because they're not going to be scared easily. The board's actually looking a lot more even than it was. I remember when Naru was up on almost 60k, now back down to 35, and actually beaten by Rio on my left there. Matson picking up a nice little chunk of change there. I've just dipped back below 20k because these blinds. Raise there is absolutely going to I'm not going to call it. Maybe Naru will, but... Nope. Another nice payout for Matsun. Meaning everyone else is above 30k. But I represent a decent enough stack size that I'm not to be trifled with now. Although I don't think I'm going to be calling that with 5 queen. Okay, 10 ace. This is definitely... yeah, you know what? We're just going to shove here. I was going to like try and 3-bet and bait a bit, but you know what? I've already got a call from Naru there, so... I'll take the extra change and just run with it. Could I have got more out of that hand? I mean, possibly, but... Also, this kind of play where I just slam keeps me afloat. Naru almost looking back up to 40k, yeah? But obviously, with this stage, you get to blinds this big at like the 2500 big blind mark. Chips do swing pretty wildly. Ooh, what are we going to see from Naru here? Can we get a fold? I would like a fold. We do indeed get a fold. Bringing me up to 27,800. Well, it did, which meant for a second there I was higher than Matsun. I'm still higher than Ryo. Rather amazingly. No. Even if this is suited connectors, I don't think we call this here. Yeah, flop 7-6-3, so I would have had pot and pair, worst kicker. Nothing to write home about. But even outside of analysing that retroactively, my theory there for Matsun just like min raising to 5k there is they've got a really good hand. They want to try and squeeze out as much as they can. People thinking, oh, well, for that cheap, I'll just see a flop and then nail them with it. Although if they are, they're playing the long game with that check there. Although I guess 7-6-3 doesn't do anything for like Ace-King. Now Jack's come down, Rio's put in 7k, and Ace-King's got to sweat a little bit. Such is the danger of doing this min-raise kind of play. Yeah, I would put Matsun there on Ace-King, you know, King-Queen. Something in the higher echelons of that, like higher than a Jack. Yeah, tried to squeeze people for more money, and it backfired. Which is, again, another reason why I'm just doing this at the moment. This, like, either slam or leave play. Although now I'm on a slightly higher stack of chips. Did the game just try and recommend me to go all in with 8-7 there? I'm not sure whether people watching this broadcast be able to see that, because it's right... Oh, it's actually, no, you could kind of see when it's lit up. But, yeah. It's, Ooh, Ace-King, here we go. What we're going to see? We're going to see 3 folds, aren't we? Yeah, I'm going to min-raise this. Let's see how much we can take this Naru for. We get a call. Flop is Jack 7-9. Going to bet half pot. Really, I should have just slammed, because I've only got 6k left anyway, but... Get the fold. 34k. Puts us in the second highest chip stack. Yeah. Kind of blessed that Naru played that quite weak there. It's like just calling in, and then when I raised, like, oh, okay, just calling that, because he's in a bit anyway. This is a 3-bet situation, I'm thinking. We're going to 3-bet with the Queen-Jack suited here. Ryo and Matsun both fold. I'm up to 40k. Bit of patient play goes a long way in this game. Just waiting past all of this kind of crap and then picking your spots. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, about that play Matsun, not Matsun, the other Naru made. Where it was like, just call, then just call the raise, then just check on the flop to see if you can get more cards. For all he knew, I had Ace-Jack. He does get this here, by playing a bit more strongly, but I'm not going to call into that. Queen-King. We're gonna 3-bet it. Alright, take some more chips after Rio. Matson, I've just noticed, is actually all in. So, which means that as long as this resolves itself amicably. Queen Jack. Ooh. That's a hell of a hand to wake up with. God. Yeah, no one managing to make a straight there with 8-9, like, Queen King. Very close. But, yeah, Matson lives to see another day. To all of our displeasure. Alright. Blinds up to a whopping 5,700 now. It's a good race in that narrow. I'm going to have to fold it. What blinds are we on? Yeah, like, barely 6 big blinds apiece. Queen Ace. Got a 3-bet. Is that much? Yeah, I think this is just Slam Town. Alright. Takes a big blind, which is a huge chunk of money at this point. Got Matson again. All in. Gonna call King 4, plays 5 Jack. King 4 looks to be winning at the minute. Can we get a 5, a Jack, or a club? No, we can't. Annoyingly there, if I'd have actually just called. Would have had the 3 of a kind 8s. So yeah, Matson is still in. As soon as they go out, there'll be only 3 of us left, which means as far as ranked points are concerned, we're going up in the world. Which is ultimately what we want. Queen 4. We'll see what the rest of the table does. I mean, I'm going to have to, yeah, call this anyway. 2-3 plays Queen 4. I've got my Queen. And, yep, we're finally knocking Matson out. With the 2-pair, Queen 5. So yeah, not very much to be taken there, but the more important part is getting Matson out of the way. Yeah, I think I will 3-bet this. 8 king suited, definitely not bad at this stage of the game. Because another thing that I'm doing when I'm looking at ranges here is that I'm looking at how many people are left at a table. And obviously how many chips are on, kind of what state they're going to be in. But with 3 people left at a table, and with blinds this high, I'm going to call that actually, people are going to be likely to play like a lot more wild stuff. Do I want to give him another card? Not particularly. I'm just going to put it all on the table. If you've got something, then show it. Well, 5 ace, damn it. Okay, we're gonna need... Oh. Hey, both of our kickers were terrible, so it worked out. You know what? Gets a chuckle from me. And this 10-8 gets a fold. Huh. Okay. So, yeah. Also, interesting to note, he called all that with ace 5. I don't think it was suited. So, like I was just saying, actually, you get people where the blinds are this high, 8,600 now. Like a 3-bet is 20, like is almost double the other narrow stack. 10 king is playable. We can catch a call with this. We can also catch a fold and take free money. That's fine. Queen 9 is very playable. I'm going to call. See if Rio respects the time-honored agreement of now we both just check to see if we can get Naru out. Looks like it. Because if we both check here, both of us get the showdown. We've got essentially 2 different chances to knock him out. And we're going to need it because my chance is not looking great. Pocket 9s. Ooh. Nicely done. Keeps himself in for a little bit. Oh, and then on the side part I win, which is nice, I guess. We're going to 3-bet the pocket 7s here. What's Ryo going to do? A call here is pretty disastrous. And then against Naru, I'm less concerned because I only lose like 16k at most. King Queen plays the 7s. There's a king. That's very bad. I'm going to need a 7. Ah, unfortunate, unfortunate. Okay, which puts me on the short stack now for trying to knock him out a couple of times. But not by much, to be fair. Like 10k. Well, now it looks like a bit more. Yeah, Raze is going to find my 610 lacking there. 7-5 is not really ideal. So we're going to fold that out. Let's see if Ryo wants to maybe finally make a play. No, just checking. Just content to kind of sit on their chip stack. But what was I saying about ranges? Oh yeah, so people at this range will play a lot a lot wider a range of things. They'll play a lot more like, you know, 9s, 8s, 7s, or like ace 5s, or other stuff you wouldn't when there's more people at the table. As it turns out, this Naru went into Naru even went into like King Queen anyway there against pocket 7s, and then found the king, which is unfortunate. But Ryo looks to have sorted that out. Oh, 10-9. This is a gamble. But I think it's one of the best gambles I'm going to get, and I don't have a lot of time, because the next big blind just murders me. So I've got to shove while I can. I think, yeah, all-in is absolutely the right play on that. We've got straight potential, we've got flush potential. Our pairs aren't the worst. They're not anything to write home about, but they're not the worst. Oh, I'm going to have to face both of them here? That could be bad. I was kind of hoping that one and or all of them would fold. 2s plays 10-9. Can I find a 10 or a 9? Or a club? We found a club. Okay. I found a club and a 9, in fact. Yay, we live to see another day. So he had this 4 and a jack. He would have had a straight flush, which is particularly spicy. Right, 2-3. The blinds are now 13k. This is actually one of the highest amounts of blinds I've seen in a while. Like, I've got a 20k swing just from 2 people folding. Almost. Almost like a 20k swing. But yeah, this is insanity. Yeah, I can't call that all in with 10-3. I think it's up to Ryo to call for 56. 10-9 plays 3-2 suited. 2 clubs. There's a chance if there's a club here. Wasn't to be, unfortunately. And yeah, the other Naru is 10-9. That would have beat my 10-3. Jack-G puts Ryo at the short stack for now. Not by much. Well, I say not by much. Like, what are we looking at big blinds here? Yeah, like 4-2, 1 and a bit. So it could be worse, but chips are absolutely flying at this stage. Is this Naru going to make a bet? He's been doing that a lot, so I imagine he does, but also I can't call it, so it'd be the right play, really. No, he folds, thank the Lord. Up to 60k, and now hitting a 7-2 suited, which we don't want to play. No, you know what, you want to raise? You can do that. Yeah, you guys and your Queen 10 and Queen Ace can have that. Queen 10 picks up the trip 10s. Ryo, living to see another day, and Naru now on the short stack again by 10k. Queen 8. Okay, this is playable, but I don't need to risk my neck here. There's no need for it. Like, if on the off chance that one of Ryo or Naru wanted to go off there, well, I guess Ryo, because if Ryo didn't, as we just saw, then Naru just gets chips for free regardless. Got an all-in from Ryo. I can't call out with 3-5. Naru can't call out with whatever Naru's got. I'm going to need to plant somewhere soon, though. Like, 5 ace might have to be it. Yeah, 5 ace is going to have to be it. It's an ace. It's going to have to do. We're going to have to hope we've caught Ryo in a bad hand. And then if we get a call, then we have to hope we have to hope they don't have an ace. Oh god, they've got a call. 9-10 plays ace 5. Okay. 7 queen 4, 8. So no 9-10 jack. We made it. Just about. Yeah, because 9 or 10 would have given them a pair, which beats us. Jack would give them a straight. She got 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess a 6 also would have given them a straight there. And I'm thankful the 6 didn't turn up, because the game loves to do that. Whenever I call out a series of cards saying, please not any of these, it likes to give me the one card I hadn't thought of that also ruins me. Ace 4, Ace 7. Yeah, you see, playing the same sort of range I am, you've just got to kind of go wild with this kind of stuff. Split pot there. 4-3. The big blind is almost 20k now. Absolute lunacy. Naru, if you could please fold, that would be great, because I'm not calling you with 4-3. Yeah, no, that's fair. Unfortunately, I have to lay that down, but there's no world in which I call an all-in with 4-3. I'm still not calling an all-in with 4-3 game. I don't care if Rio would be knocked out there. Oh, this is really bad now. I'm on, like, absolutely no chips. 9-5's not good, so next hand has to be an all-in. My only hope here, I guess, of getting second is... no, they're just going to pass chips that way. Yeah, so I'm all in with 3-9. Oh, no. We got Kings plays 3-9. This is really rough. A spade saves me. A spade or a 9? No. Okay, almost, but... unfortunately not to be. Yeah. God, I tell you what, the blinds were so high at the end there that I looked around, I was like top, you know, I was like, you know, chip lead, doing well. And then, you know, like one turn goes round, I hit one load of big blinds, suddenly I'm like 10k and I have to go all in. Truly, like a mad hand, but... oh, apparently that other guy won with a two pair. But yeah, okay, so a third to start off the evening is not bad, and also a very long game. Like, I've never seen the blinds get to 20k before. We were all really jostling for that. Hopefully I've seen enough showdowns through that I can get my daily missions. Indeed I have. Let's go pick up my stuff. We've got event-wise login, some stuff probably. What we got? Stuff to do with the collab tournaments, get a first place during the collab. Some other stuff to do with that. I haven't actually checked out any of this yet, so let's do it because I can't check it while in there. What we got? Outfits and such. And this is all the Ninja Sanji specific stuff. Are they selling? They are selling tickets for chips again. So I shall, I guess, over the next week or so, try and pick them up. But I'm only going to be locking in, really. Not necessarily playing as much, particularly over the next couple of days, because I have... Oh, they've subdivided the banners even further now. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice, I guess. Because, I know the first banner, they gave you pity points, but the pity points were shared between the main banner as well. So you didn't have to roll an insane amount on one banner to get a specific character. Then the second one, which is the one I spent all my tickets on, like a dum-dum, they didn't let you do that, but all 6 of the characters were under one banner, which kind of sucked. And now I guess they're subdividing it, so you've got more chance of finding the one you want. Wondering, do I want to spend any money on the gacha here? No, I think I'll wait until if and when Oliver Sensei comes around again. Or there's a boost for the guy who sounds nothing like he looks. Who is he? Yeah, this guy here. I don't know his name, but I know that like he has the deepest, most like raspiest voice ever, which is not what you expect from this kind of like thin businessman looking guy. Absolutely in love with that man's voice. But yeah, anyway, let's queue up for another game, shall we? Ah, this is that new replay function. This thing's just been blurred out. I was wondering what that icon was because I didn't recognize it. Nice of them to give us a lab function like that. Oh, I do like this. I do like this, though. I'm not sure who this is. My knowledge of the JP side of Niji Sanji is admittedly somewhat limited. But, this guy is styling. I like him. 6-9, yeah. I mean, it is the funny, hey, that's my Friday night hand. But, yeah, not really worth playing. Even if an 8 would give us a straight here and 2 spades, or runner spades, would give us a flush. Because, once again, that's analysing a hand retroactively. Well, there's that straight. But, hey-ho. I still wouldn't want to play 6-9 against 3 other hands. Even if they are all, like, only calling. Although maybe there's something to be said about that, the fact that they're all only calling. Because this is some very passive play from all 3 of them. I guess it can be. Yeah, just ace high wins there. Or ace kicker, I should say, because there were a pair of 7s on board, I think. Queen 6. Again, not at the stage of the game where just it's a queen, go applies, so we're going to take it nice and easy. Okay, 4 people in, just not many raises so far, which is very unusual for tables at this level. Normally someone, like, will 3-bet to stop people, like, what's known as limping in with all these hands. Because the general, like, kind of golden rule of poker is, like, the less hands you have to compete with, the more chance you have of winning. Or at least one of the golden rules. And it sounds obvious, you know, because, like, if you have no other people you're competing with, you have one. If you only have one person, you're more likely to win than... You're more likely to win against just 1 random hand than 2 random hands. So that's the kind of the theory. I was about to say theology then, but that's the complete wrong word. That's the theory behind 3-betting at these, at the kind of like, well, at pre-flop, I should say. But also particularly at this level. We have started to got some bets in, though, so we've got a bet from, I guess, 3 of the names are just in, I was about to say normal characters, but I guess Roman characters would be the better way of saying it. So, we've got Hickey, we've got Hameln, I guess. Gogoli, which that's a fun name to say, Gogoli. Aki. Don't recognize that katakana. I'm gonna presume that's like we or something weird. So I'm gonna call that Akiwe. And we've got Yoru. Hold on, let me. Yeah, I'll call this with 7 king. It's only 600. 469 doesn't do much for me. I will also check here, though. I'm in no desperate need to rush in. Okay. We'll bet 800 here. Get a call. Okay, interesting. So what's their play now? What could they have? Another check. Well, I doubt the 5's changed much for them. So I'm... Either they have a 9 and they've beaten me, or they have an 8, I guess, and they've got a straight. Okay, yeah, no, I was thinking a bit too hard. Just check there. Yeah, no, they had the 9. Okay, good slow play, good slow play. I was tempted to bet there, but I was... needed a little bit more time to process, and the game decided for me. Which, as it turns out, was fine. Okay. So we're seeing a lot of calls, a lot of slow plays here, which is something I've got to be a bit wary of. It's quite something playing against these players who do just like call slow play stuff. I'm gonna 3-bet this. I'm enough of this call nonsense. Because they can bet a very small amount, and you have to be quite worried if they've got a good hand. But it also means that if you just play, it also means the kind of trade-off to that is that they get less per hand because they're betting less. Okay, 3-4-7 is not really the hand you want to see with Queen 8. I still think it was worth the 3-bet, but we do find the Queen. Okay. Chuck down a bet of 15-40. Yeah, get an immediate fold from Hickey and a fold from Gogoli. Oh, something good. We got the Rockets. Maybe I'll join their game of small bets here. I'm very tempted to, but at the same time, if I play their game, like it's very much a play silly games, get silly prizes kind of situation. So I am going to 3-bet, because I want to be able to try and push people out if like a straight or flush situation develops. 4-Jack-Jack. Paired board is kind of scary. But we are going to whack this up to just under 2k. Now, if we get a call here, something is definitely wrong. Okay. Okay, so if he has a queen now, then that's jacks and aces. Okay, I'm just gonna... I've got to start thinking, at what point do I believe he has a jack? I'm gonna call this. Jacks and... Oh, that's so bad. That's like the opposite of what I want to see. Because now if he has a jack or a queen... I think what he's doing now, though, is just tease-betting me, and I am kind of pot committed, so I think I do just call here. Yeah, I had the jack. Oh. Yeah, so he gets the full house. That's a really rough thing to run into with the Rockets, just double paired board. Because like I say, if it had just been one jack, one queen, I'd be like, fine, you know, if he's got pocket queens or jacks, he can have it, but it's, you know, it's not that bad. Do I call the queen 9? Yeah, I think I can call the queen 9 here. Calling on a lot of hands this game, but also I think I've had a lot of decent hands. Hameln with the raise. And this person on my right, who I'm going to call Yorusaku Naru. A jack makes me a straight here. If I can check it round to try and get another card, that would be grand. Not sure Hickey will let me there. Do I call here? Do I chase the straight? God, it never ends well, but I'm going to chase it one time. It's another 10. It's really not what we're looking for. Check again, Hickey, don't bet. If at all possible. That's another check. A 2, okay. We've not got a straight, we're check folding. Because ace beats us, king beats us. I guess 10-4-2 does as well, but like... Okay, yep. Solid 4k bet. Gets me out of there. Hickey and Hameln. Yoru, Saku, Naru. Which, I'm fully aware that Yoru and Saku are the, you'll have to forgive me if I get this the wrong way around, but I believe they're the Onyoji, which are the readings for the individual characters, not the Kunyoji, which are the reading when the characters are next to other kanji, essentially. But the single reading ones are the only ones I know, so Yorusaku it is. Ooh, up and down straight draw for me here, had I decided to play the 6-jack, but I didn't, because 6-jack is a silly hand. And also, I have flush problems now. Although, a queen of diamonds nets me a straight flush, which gets me out of that. Akiwe again, playing this very kind of slow, very small bet game. Another good hand, kings, right. I'm tempted to just call this, actually. I know what I said earlier about play stupid games, get stupid prizes, but I want to see what happens if I try and employ their own strats against them. What happens is I run into an ace here and I cry. No, okay, paired board, but... Does anyone really play with a 2 here? Even calling? Like, maybe there's an ace 2? I think I'm going to bet a good 1400 here. Just take this pot down, probably. Akiwe folds. Yorusaku Naru also folds. Back up to 15k, so we're kind of climbing out the ditch we threw ourselves in early game. Although, like I said, if there's ever a time to kind of, you know, fall and climb, it's at the start when you know, you fall and climb by a quarter of your stack, as opposed to at the end of the game where you, where, as we saw last time, the blinds are your entire stack, and you don't really have much of a choice in the matter. I do see a raise here. I don't think 2 king is worth it, even into a pot like that. Like, maybe there's an argument to be made there, to be fair, that if it's just a min raise, I can call the extra 500, because I'm 500 in anyway, and, like, if the miracle happens, I've quadrupled my money. But as it stands, I've got bottom pair. Pretty good kicker, to be fair, but bottom pair. Yeah, people are betting on that. So I have 2s, 4s, king kicker. Be interesting to see if that beats anyone. I know that's kind of retroactive hand analysis again, but no, it would not have won. Pocket jacks, pocket 5s, king ace. So, so people were willing to call a min bet there with like pocket 5s, pocket jacks, king ace. The slow plays at this table are absolutely like vicious. I've got to be really certain that I'm going to win a hand if I bet. Well, at the very least, if they're not willing to bet more, I've got to make sure that I, you know, put in the big bucks. Such as right now when I have jack ace. Yeah, we're re-raising this. Ugh, we get 2 calls on that? What is this table? Like, I have to call this. But what is this table? Oh my god, this is insanity. What the hell is going on? Kings, 9 queen, 6-4 is what he went in with there. For that much. And it actually won. This man went all in with 6-4. I am speechless. What on earth did I just see? Oh. And you know what? Despite how wacky that was, I don't think the... Like, maybe the 3-bet on the jack ace to, like, 3-betting a raise wasn't necessary. Maybe I could have just doubled it. But, my god, that hand was absolute Armageddon. What manner of lean madness was that? I'm gonna be speechless for, like, the rest of the night. Because of that. I mean, not literally, because that'd make a terrible stream. But I am in absolute disbelief. Who calls that with 6-4? Against 3 other people who are going all in? Like, what? You know what? The absolute size of the cojones on that man. Just a magnificent sight to behold. If a slightly gutting one. Like, I feel like I'd be a lot more annoyed if that won and it was just me versus him, but the fact it beat 3 other people is, like, it's magical. That's, like, only in poker, baby. Only in poker. Oh. But yeah, anyway, next table, moving on from that, and I don't know how this game's going to follow that. You've got to have, I mean, hell, you've got to have everything to follow up that next game, to follow up that last game. But let's see if our other 5 players here, who I'm going to read the names of now, can top it. So going from left to right, we've got Matsuharu Google. We've got Kazumi, I think that is. Nishi. Yamakiri, Yamakiriota. And on the very right is Erika A. Okay. Okay, 7-3. Got him. I'm still like, what? All in on 6. What? And it worked? I cannot get over that. I cannot get over, like, this is, I'm not, like, I know a lot of other people who are in the, like, you know, content creation and VTubing business really pop off, like, with their reactions to stuff. I'm not normally one of those people, like, at all. I feel like I'm quite I'm quite a calm and contained kind of person and streamer, which lends itself to my particular brand of content pretty reasonably. You know, being hopefully as much hopefully educative at times, as much as it is fun to watch. But that is like, I think that's the loudest I've ever reacted to something on stream easily. And probably the loudest I'm going to react to things on stream in a while, because what in God's name? God. I also hope I didn't peak there. I noticed during, I think it was my last, heck, let me just, no, I'll assume it's right, and I'll adjust my mic settings afterwards. No point doing a sound check mid-stream. But yeah, I noticed I was a little loud next time, and, such is the curse of streaming to, streaming to a small or non-existent at times, and by at times I mean a lot of the time, I know who I am, kind of audience. But, these are things that I can improve with time, and I can hopefully balance my audio here and there until I get it right. We've got a lot going on this hand. Got 7.2k in the pot. Big bet of 2k, let's take it down. Betting on the flush, and both Nishi and Kazumi there believed it. Puts Yamakiriota, Yamakiriota, my bad, at chip lead. And Nishi all the way in the back with 13.5k. Oops, didn't mean to click on their profile. Yeah. Not sure what happened there. 8-6 is another hand we're not playing. We've got 3 fold. Nishi first to act. 7-10-6, so... I mean, maybe someone's got a 10 here. I'd believe that. I probably believe someone's got either a 10 or a king. Someone should be betting here. Otherwise, this is very sus. Nothing from Nishi. Nothing from Yamakiriota. Eriku A finally puts in a bet of 840, seeing the other 2 checks. Call from Nishi, so we're looking at some slow plays here. Raise from Yamakiriota. Call from Erika A. And Nishi, also a call. Ace of diamonds. We've got flushes on the table. We've got straights on the table. We've got better pairs than what were available on the table. It's all go. It's all go, and despite that, no one is betting anything. Nishi not betting on the flush there is, like, I respect the slow play, but, like, the time for the slow play has passed. Oh, actually, no. I guess Erika A did act out first. There's maybe they were hoping they'd do it again. I still think not betting on that is insanity. 8 queen. 8 queen is not bad, but I'm under the gun against 5 other players. I think the chances that one of them has a king or an ace, and I have to be quite concerned, is not insignificant. Which is why I folded that one there. 7-5 on big blind now. Ooh, raise under the gun from Matsuharu. Got a call there. Do I call and try and chase a flush? I don't think I do, actually. I don't think that's worth it. I would have an up and down straight draw, as it turns out, but hey-ho. So, like, an 8 or a 3 here would make me a straight. Flush dream's absolutely dead. Yeah. Would you look at that? As it turns out, I would have had ace high. Against a pair of kings. Okay, and yeah, so raise under the gun with king queen makes sense there as well. I was just trying to remember what position this Matsuharu was in when they made that bet, but yeah, very strong hand, so even under the gun you can play that. I'm going to try a cheeky 3-bet here. This is a complete bluff, but I'm going to see if we can sell a story here. Okay, I'm going to try and rep like some queen, king, like ace, king stuff. Okay, never mind. If they were going to check. That's fair, that's fair. I got kind of unfortunate with that, because if there was like an ace there, I totally would have tried to put a bet down and see if I could scare them out, but I think I needed to rep something stronger than, like, a jack. Well, speaking of jacks, though, I do have ace jack now. So given I've just done a complete bullshit hand... Ah, okay. So Matsuharu just kind of playing if they have it or not, I think. Which is good. So from that little exchange, we've learned that Matsuharu is, at least at the moment, playing quite honest. And I've deduced that from the fact that, again, 2-3 bets in a row. One of them called and then betted on again. One of them just straight folded. So they're not trying to like call to investigate me, I don't think. As for everyone else, well, I hope I don't have to learn all of their various ticks, because I'm hoping one of them will go out. Probably Nishi, if I had to put money on it. But who knows? Cards can be crazy sometimes. Okay, so we've got a raise from I've been calling this guy Kazumi. I've just realised that's not Z at all. That's Za, so it's Kazumi. Oh, Kazami, sorry. Try and get the pronunciation right. Apologies for mispronunciating. What language did I just invent? Mispronouncing your name, sir. The hell is a What did I even say? God. I refer you to earlier in the stream when I said I'm kind of working in zombie mode at the minute. But nevertheless, we do our best. Pair of queens takes that over Jack 9. Not a bad, not like the worst flop there for Jack 9, to be fair. But it just didn't pan out for Kazami there. Okay, so we've got a raise. I don't think I'm calling a raise with Queen 4, even if a bunch of other people go for it. I think that's just quite a weekend. Because even if a pair of queens comes up, it's a 4 kicker, and there's there would in this case be 3 other people at the table who could have queens. I do potentially, if a 9 of spades comes up, have a straight flush draw though. But again, not something you should analyse retroactively. Because like, yes, you could have like the lean 3 of clubs, and then like the ace 2, 4, 5 could come down on the table. But that's very unlikely. There is some serious straight flush potential here now. So I've got the flush. If an ace or a 9 comes up, I think, then suddenly I've got a straight flush. Okay, Nishi folds. Yamakiriota takes the pot. 9 ace, playable. Let's see what we've got going. Got a min raise from Nishi. I'm willing to call that. Matsuharu probably also calls here, yeah. Queen, Queen 10. Okay. So I've got an over. And by an over there, I mean I've got this ace. A bet of 2.1k. Call from Nishi. No, no. I don't trust it with 2 calls. I don't trust ace high to win this. I'm thinking there's a 10 or a queen out there. If someone's bluffed me off this with a king, or an ace with a better kicker, it's like ace king, in which case it wouldn't be a bluff. But like, yeah, ace king could also be betting 2.1k there. Although not betting there would be a bit sus. Plays it with 9-3 and gets the flush. Okay, wow, I've been overthinking this a lot. Damn, okay. Matsuharu's one to watch for then. Because that felt a lot less honest, like they just locked into the flush. We're keeping an eye on this one. At least they're directly to my left, because the worst is when you have a player who's quite good directly to your right, because it can really affect your how you're able to bet if they permanently like try and essentially set up what you can and can't do right before you. So if you can check or not, or if you can, you know, 3-bet, or if they're going to do it first. 10 ace. That's a hand. That's a hand I'm willing to 3-bet on. What's Nishi's play here? Just a fold. Works for me. I'd prefer to be above 20k at some point in the near future, but for now, King 6 is not what we want to play. Got a 3-bet there from Erika A. I wonder if I put some kind of a random thought that's popped into my head. Like, this commentary is cool and all, but like, I wonder if I could maybe replace the kind of like bumping tunes in the background here with like some kind of more calm some more calm ambience, I guess, and start whispering this. I wonder if I could get a decent like ASMR poker stream out of this. Just some like soothing visuals. Although to be fair, there was nothing ASMR worthy about that game earlier. I'm still just in awe of the 6-4 lean all in against 3 other all-ins and wins. Just madness. But excuse me. Yeah, a game like this, ASMR sounds like maybe it could work. Although maybe I'm just thinking of ASMR and how to inject it into things because I am still, you know, tired, zombie, sleepy mode. Who knows? Okay. Ooh, an all-in from Nishi. Yeah, it's about time that happened. 6-3 plays the 9s. Ooh, he's gonna need a miracle. And he already had the full house because the 5's paired up. That is unfortunate. I was wondering why the flush wouldn't make him, I was wondering why he didn't have a flush as an out there according to the game, but yeah. That explains that. Full house beats a flush, so even if he had got the extra club there, it wouldn't have saved him. King 7's something we can call on if either of these guys raise. Which I imagine one of them probably will. Wouldn't just leave this on the table. Although Yamakirioto is looking to do exactly that, so it's up to Erika. Yep, we'll call that. Nice confident call. I've got something here. Gonna slide in a bet of 1500. Yeah, probably get a call from Erika. There's a queen. Gonna bet half pot on this. We're gonna try and really sell this queen. Ooh, they're calling it. It's not looking good. Alright, I think I have to lay it down here. There's like too many overs. Oh, they had 9 queen. That's probably why they called it. Because I was really going to try and sell that I had. Oh yeah, I've got some overs by betting that small bet on the flop. And then, oh yeah, I found the queen I needed. But yeah, no. They had 2 pair, which is kind of a kick in the teeth for me. So, once they called that, I just, yeah, the jig is up. I bailed. Wasn't going to go all in on whatever the last card was. 3 king is not it, I don't think. Well, we've got some working back to do if we want to get back in this game. So, let's try and make the best of it. And that starts by not playing 8-5. That is not great. Okay, 6-8. Still, yeah, not worth raising for. Let's see what our next hand's going to be. 7 ace. Part of me just wants to shove this, but also part of me thinks that's really dumb. Yeah, no, against 4 other people, I don't think this is shove worthy. And I don't really have the chips to just call it and see. Yeah, I think under the gun is just a rough position to be in unless I get like the absolute god tier hands there. Ace 4 is not great. It does have an ace. But, like, do I really want to call a 3-bet with ace 4? That feels bad. Ugh. I do need to do something to get out of this predicament, though. But is the call it here, or do I just all in? I think I'm going to all in. I'm going to see if I can shove him out. Nah. Okay, I've got the over. I've got the pair. Oh, he found the straight. Oh, I feel like I've eaten a bar of soap. Ay, 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 ay. That was... Yeah. Again, I think the line was maybe right there. I think, if anything, it was a bit reckless going with ace 4. But, yeah, I had the over. It worked, and... You know, the man found the 5% chance to hit the straight and win. That's just how it is sometimes. Right. I think I'll do one more game for tonight, and then, because that can take us anywhere between 1/2 and the hour. And then I think I will conclude there. But first off... does that put me below 1500 rank points as well, actually? I've got to know. It has, 2136. That is most infuriating. I remember the day when I was almost up to 2200. But, yeah, not our day today, unfortunately. You know, getting beaten by 6-4 and then that 5% straight chance. But at least I can take comfort in the fact that, you know, I think I've been playing pretty well. Honestly. Particularly in the, like, as I've said, in the kind of zombified, tired state I'm in. I think this has been a very rousing night of poker. Shows I haven't got too rusty, just maybe a bit less lucky. But yeah, so our competitors this time, we've got NA, we've got Mireniamu, I think that is. We've got Naki. We've got Byaki, which is a name I recognise from somewhere. Where do I recognise this from? I'm not 100% sure. And we've got Mick. First hand going to Mironiaki. With, damn, all face cards. Queens, Jacks, and the King Kicker. That's not a bad first hand. Gets a nice 3 and a bit K off of it. Okay. Next hand, 2 people in, 3 Jacks, 6. Wouldn't be surprised if this did nothing for either of them. Particularly since, as I said earlier, you know, people, when there's more people at the table, tend to play these tighter ranges. So they're both going to be playing, like, higher cards, essentially. A Jack 10 might actually be worth a min raise. I think I'm going to min raise it. Get 2 folds. Get a 3-bet, which is kind of concerning. Is there a world where I call this just to see? I don't think... Yeah, no, I don't think Jack 10 wants to call that. Most of the time. Because I'm very much hoping on a straight, and even if I do get the straight, then suddenly I've got to worry about, like... Well, you know, say I get 10 Jack, Queen, King, Ace. I've got to worry about, do they have pocket Queens, Kings, or Aces? Because if so, this still doesn't win. I don't think. No, wait, hold on. Am I wrong there? No, straights do beat 3 of a kind. Well, yeah, regardless, the pockets of those still put me in, like, a kind of a bit of a dire position. I'm actually going to have to check that. That's madness. I should know this. That's basic. Tell you what, let me, just shotto a second here. Yeah, no, straight is just above 3 of a kind, not the other way around. Okay. So I guess I'd be worried about, like, full houses and stuff there. Or flush draws, but, I mean, flush draws just kind of happen. We've got all ins here. Ooh, rough. Queen high flush versus the ace high one. Knocks out NA very early. Also, I thought this character here was just like a reskin of the basic one, but she's got like a different voice as well, so I guess she's a completely new character. 3-bet here? Yeah, go on. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a bluff. Given that this is very much a bluff. Okay, Naki's very keen to call me. Oh! Oh, I'd love to see that. Yeah, you know, I'm going to check it. This is absolutely a slow play hand. This is a wait for Naki to do some dumb stuff hand. We will slide a grand across. Okay, yeah, fair. I had to try and represent something. Otherwise it'd get a bit too fishy that I was slow playing it, I guess. Jack Queen. One I can more confidently 3-bet on, in theory. Called by Byaki this time. Okay. So a king makes me a straight. There's also... And then I've just got to hope it's not the king of clubs. Or I could just get Byaki to fold there, take some money. 21k. Okay, 6-7 is one we don't want to 3-bet on. Our reign of 3-betting is ended for the moment. We're going to see if we can wait for this to move around a bit. 3 people calling the 700 like bet there. Into 2, 4, 9, all of different suits, which is just pretty wild. Okay, we've got some 9s or pocket pairs representation. A 3 or an 8 would make me a straight here. And in both cases, it would actually make me a 6-card straight, which is not worth anything, but cool to note. Okay. Don't think we will bet the king 6 here. So, yeah. Little chunk of change there for Miriniaki, which puts them up to second now. Byaki, I've just noticed on the absolutely storming lead, doubling basically every other stack, except for Miriniaki's. 9-4's not something I want to call that on. Naki, I feel like, has played, at least with the hands I've been in, like quite aggressively for the most part. Like aggressive, but not too aggressive. I quite like their playstyle. Okay. Wins there on just the pair of 10s and a queen on the board. 3-9 is kind of crap, even if it is suited. And I'm definitely not calling into a raise with it, no sir. And Byaki raising under the gun here, even if she is chip lead. That's, you know, that's not something people generally do lightly. Gonna fold out on that 3-5 as well. And you get a raise from Naki, and Byaki calls. Ace 4-3 is the flop. Immediate lean 3rd bet from Naki, and a raise from Byaki. Called from Naki. Into a check, which is odd. 2 checks. So you're gonna put all that like bet, raise, call bravado, and then just let it ride there? With pocket 9s and apparently nothing from Byaki? That's a lot of bravado. That's a hand I struggle to follow, I'll be honest. It's like, fair enough, it was only bravado up to about 3k, but... That really how much you want to commit? Like, how much Naki just straight up didn't believe that Byaki had the ace? It's like, that's some godlike intuition. I wanted to play that. God damn it. No, I can have this 5-6 instead. Great. Always the way. Get a good hand, get ready to bet with it, and everyone else folds. So, I don't even get the chance. It's very much a, here's what you could have won hand. So we're back on the waiting train for a bit. 10 ace 6, some straights and flushes potential up this end. Miriniaki starts with a grand. Byaki folds, and Mick calls. Haven't seen much of Mick so far. They've been playing very, like, passively. Very slowly. So the fact they're calling here... A single queen makes a straight. Do either of them want to rep it? Miruniaki's going to give it a shot with 2k. Does Mick call? Does Mick have it? Mick does not have it. Mick folds. Yep. And like I said, passive play. It's very much, you know, if they've got it, they're calling kind of person. I don't think they'd call to see or call based on, like, I don't think either of us have it, but my high card is alright or something. Or even though, what would your high card be in that case? Because, like, every other face card was there, so you'd have a pair at least. Got a big raise from Naki. I am quite enjoying watching them work, I'm going to be honest. Another 5k bet into Queen 8-2. Followed by an all-in from Byaki. Okay, what have we got? Queens plays Queen 10. Oh, it's going to need to be Yep, that's not going to do it, because one of the queens there is the diamond, so the flush still takes it for Naki. Knocking Byaki down to 11k. That's a big swing hand. Yeah, and I think they both had, you know, reason to like essentially plant and go all in there, but it's yeah, just unfortunate for Byaki. He ran into the pocket queens, like the one hand they didn't want to see essentially. 4-7's not gonna do much for us. Okay, Byaki with the raise. Into Mick. They're going to call this. Into 8, 9, 10. So, straights and flushes abound. Yeah, Byaki playing some solid stuff against Mick there. Mick seems to fold quite easily. As you know, as we surmised last time, so it's good to see that theory still holding. It's because, you know, much like actual science, it's always good to check your old theories every now and then to make sure they still work. Okay. Nah, 410 is 410's not it here, I don't think. Yeah, not going to be continuing down that. 374. I mean, in a funny twist of fate, this is probably some of the best stuff people have got, unless someone's got 7. But like, okay, maybe Mick did. If it had been anyone else, I probably wouldn't have believed him. Would have said, "Ah, it's just a bet of you know, like overs or something." But I think Mick might have legit had the 7. Or maybe they've just realised they're getting low and they're starting to play a bit more aggressively. Then again, luck doesn't normally come in runs, so... Also willing to bet that 3-bet was just they had a decent hand. 2 Jack is not something I'm willing to play. So we're going to see Byaki just take some blinds. Under the gun 5-9 is primo garbage. Got a raise from Miruniaki and an all-in from Mick. What did we do with the Mick from 3 rounds ago? We've suddenly been possessed. Jack 9 on big blinds I like a lot, particularly suited. Ooh, maybe not against a 5k bet though. Under the gun? Is that a rage bet from Miruniaki because Mick all-inned? I mean, whatever, they can have it. I don't think Jack 9 is like 6k bet at this stage good. It's good, but it's not 6k bet at this stage good. Ace 9? Ace 9 I could stand to 3-bet. There we are. Grab those, that big blind back that Miruniaki just pinched from me. Oh hey, the kings, I might actually get to play them this time. Okay, we're going to re-raise that. See what Mick does. We've got a call. The king is exactly what I want to see. Right, I'm actually going to bet this. Part of me wants to slow play, but part of me is going to say, bet this now because I cannot risk a flush developing. Like, if this next card is a club, I'm in the shit. So, yep. You know, it's a nice 9k. It takes me up to 25k. That's fine. I'm second in chips now. There's no need to try and get greedy and bait every single penny out of Mick. Like, just, you've got a winning hand. They don't come around too often. Take what you can from each one and move on. Because, let's say, a lot of these hands will be stuff like Queen 5 offsuit, which you're not going to make a penny off of. Okay. So Naki and Mick in this hand. Naki now the 40k chip lead instead of Byaki. And God, I hope one of these players goes out, because the fact that both of their names, like, end in the same sort of sound is, like, I don't know, I get the feeling I'm going to say one name and mean the other at some point. Or maybe I have already, and some people are very confused. I don't think I have so far, but yeah, I just feel like it's going to happen. So if one of these could go out pretty soonish, that would be great. Also because they both seem to be pretty good, and, you know, less good people at the table means more chance of me winning. 5-4 ace is the flop. Muriniaki again with his very aggressive betting style. How does Byaki respond? Yeah, just a fold there. Okay. Doesn't do it very often, but when Muriniaki goes, they go. Got a raise from Naki. I think... Ooh, is this... I'm thinking the raise to 7k is the play here. Gonna rep the kings again. How does Naki respond with a fold? And Mick. Even if we just get 2 folds here, that's still 6.6k coming into my bank account, which is all good with me. Get a call from Mick. Okay, this time we're seeing Jack 7-10. Part of me wants to all in this. I don't believe he has pocket jacks, pocket tens. Maybe he has 10 jack and I got super unfortunate, but I can't risk a flush developing. Or a straight. You know, if he wants to gamble his entire stack on that, that's fine, but I've got to try and shut this down right the hell now. Or if he's got pocket aces. If he's got pocket aces, then, you know, fair enough. I've made a true clown shoes maneuver, but... 6s, okay? So as long as there isn't run of clubs, please don't be a club, please don't be a club, please don't be a club. And I repeat. Right, well, I'm all in with this. That sucks. That really sucks. Am I going to get flushed out here again? It happened twice in a row! Ah! Ooh, okay. Well, my motivation is somewhat bruised by that. But hey, you know what? At least I caught all this bullshit on camera. Oh. That one hurt. But, you know, such is the game I play, and such is the cruel mistress that poker can be sometimes. Maybe there were other ways out of that, but... You know, I don't think at any point I could say, oh yeah, I really made a cock-up with, you know, that particular play, or I shouldn't have gone in there when I did. I think most of my play has been solid. But then again, such is what the amateur says, when there is in fact millions of holes in their play and they just want to chalk it all up to luck. So, some reflection on some of these games, you know, in my own time, could well benefit me. Or perhaps getting, you know, someone more knowledgeable than me to look over them at some point. But that's stuff to do on my own time anyway. I won't take up the stream's time with that. But yeah, so some rough games today. I think, yeah, it started well, and then my New Year's luck definitely ran out after that game. So with that, I'll wrap up. Thank you all very much for watching this this stream. I hope you enjoyed. I've certainly had a good night of poker in spite of the multitude of losses. My name has been Artorius Winchester, and I still do not have an outro.